Early on, most parents teach their children to say please and thank you, but as your child grows older, how do you teach them to be thankful and express their gratitude? Bill Corbett has been a parent educator for nearly 20 years and is the author of Love, Limits, and Lessons, A Parent's Guide to Raising Cooperative Kids. Welcome back. It's great to have you again.
Great to be here, Jocelyn.
All right, Thanksgiving time. This is a good time to really go back to the basics. Remind kids what they need to be doing this time of the year and every day, really.
Yeah, and it frustrates parents because kids today, there's so much, everything's plentiful, so they don't understand they don't know what it's like not to have something.
They almost feel entitled.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. A child sees all of their friends having a particular toy and they don't understand, why don't I have this toy? And so they've not been without, so they think it's why don't I just have everything?
So how do you get a child to really think the opposite?
Well, they automatically don't understand why do I have to say thank you, although they'll do it in front of strangers because they know it's becoming the social norm for them. But in front of the parents, they're less likely to do it. So there's some techniques that we can do to help them understand the importance of saying thank you and to be thankful for what we have.
Right, so what's our first technique?
Okay, so the first one is in a family meeting kind of environment, you can have everyone sit down and write thank you notes, or you can have them draw pictures, something that they're thankful for. And the point about doing it in a family meeting is if everyone's doing it, they learn that, oh, this is a common practice. This is what I should do. And so they're more motivated to do what everyone else in the group is doing.
Thank you notes you don't see a lot of these days, mostly because of the internet. But you do want to help them compose thank you notes as well, because many of these kids don't even know how to write one.
Right, right. And we have lost the art of doing it. It's so easy to send a text or an email. But I try to make sure to encourage parents, let them see it by example, either in you writing a thank you note, and it's okay if you're sitting down on a Sunday night and you want to think about, at least write one thank you note for somebody that helped you do something, do it in front of your child, or say, you know what I'm doing right now? I'm writing a thank you note so that they don't lose that lost art of the handwritten thank you note.
Exactly, and when I write a thank you note, I usually write it on another piece of paper, then I transfer it to the actual card.
Yes.
Because I want to make sure that my note is very thoughtful.
Yes.
Anyway, so also you say before or after a meal?
Yes. It's a great brief little activity. Everybody just go around the table and think of one thing that you really love, and let's be thankful for it. And the important part here is that parents are setting an example. The parents have a powerful job of teaching children what they should and should not do, and so the parents are constantly saying what not to do. We should show by example what they should do. So set the example of saying one thing I'm thankful for today, and just go around the group.
Well, I usually do that around Thanksgiving at the dinner table, but we should really be doing this every day.
We should, and we should let them see us saying thank you to the clerk in the store. How many times do we walk in and someone's wearing a name badge? The greatest thing is to use that person's name.
Absolutely, I do it all the time, and I point that out to my kids. I say you need to have that one-on-one with that person, and their name is right there. Why not utilize that?
People love to hear their own name in a sentence. What's funny is people forget about that, and you'll say something like, thank you, David, and he almost looks like, hey, how'd you know my name? But he forgets that it's on his name tag, you know.
Oh, so you say teach them about the origin of Thanksgiving?
Yeah, it's really important to know because they start taking things for granted. Well, Thanksgiving, we're going to have great food and we're going to go to Grandma's house. And they kind of forget about where it came from, why we're really doing this. Because parents are so busy, they lose track of teaching children the origin of where these things come from.
And you also have a free coaching session coming up.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
Once a month, I open the doors to my office. One Sunday a month, anybody who needs help, you can show up. There's no cost. All I ask is two things. No kids, so that we can concentrate on fixing challenging behavior, and bring a food item because we have a food sharing table at the event.
All right. Bill, thanks so much for the advice, and we appreciate it.
Great, thank you. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
You're welcome. That's the other thing people don't say.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Right.